Hello, high school sports fans. Brian Brown here today, broadcasting live from Corner Canyon High School as we welcome you to the first part of a doubleheader with the Meridian Warriors here in white facing off against the Lone Peak Knights in black. Step to tip it off, and we're off and running. Tip goes to Lone Peak. They advance quickly into the front court. Swing to the side, shot from there. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Meridian. The Warriors in their home white turn the ball over there, steps out of bounds. Again, Lone Peak in their road blacks. Action for the inbound. Waits, searches, finally gets it in on the wing. Kicks it back out, resets the offense up at the top of the key. Yo-yo dribble, penetrates, spins, looks for a teammate, kicks outside, and that is almost out of bounds, saved. Back inside, dribbles, penetrates, kicks back out, 4-3. It is up and good! 3-point bucket there for the Lone Peak Knights. Number 2, Saxon Young. Kicks back out on the wing, up, and that is around the rim and off, no good. Rebound to Meridian. Meridian pushes quickly into the front court. Bit of a size matchup between these two teams as the length of Lone Peak and the speed of Meridian will be something to watch. The corner dribbles, penetrates, tries to shoot, put it up, and is fouled. And that is going to go against Meridian. The charge is called. Let's see, Meridian will start with a press here. Again, a smaller team, more athletic. Like to press on defense. See how Lone Peak's able to handle it. Off the iron, no good. Out of bounds. Ball will stay with Lone Peak. Knights have already played a couple games this season, looking to get a few more in before the Christmas break. Resume action here. Penetrates, puts it up, and slams it home! What a drive and dunk from Crew Fotheringham. 5-0 Knights, possession to Meridian. Shot is up, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Lone Peak. Lone Peak advances into the front court, picks up the dribble, kicks it back to Fotheringham. Fotheringham to Young, Young to Hughes. Hughes pulls up and banks it off the glass, and good. 2 points there for Jaden Hughes. Meridian sets the offense. It up top, over to the side. Free throw line extended, looks to go inside, pitches to the corner. Off the glass, no good, was Camden Fisher for Meridian. Lone Peak advances, Fotheringham brings it up to the top of the key, gets some defensive pressure, penetrates, loses the ball, pitches inside, and then a great job on the layup there by Camden Broadhead. Meridian penetrates, puts it up off the front of the iron, and the Warriors are ice cold to start this one off. Have yet to get a bucket. Lone Peak leads 9-0. Inside to Broadhead again, and that's an easy bucket for Camden Broadhead. And the Knights jump out to an early 11-0 lead here with 5:04 left on the clock. You are watching high school basketball here on KSL Sports Rewind and the Rewind Sports Network. Back here on the Rewind Sports Network with KSL Sports broadcasting high school basketball, Meridian versus Lone Peak. Meridian turns the ball over, out of bounds. Lone Peak will get possession here with under 5 minutes to play. Knights up 11-0. What has been a fairly quickly paced game. Bit of a defensive effort here on the part of Lone Peak. Meridian simply hasn't been able to hit any shots. You can see after the timeout, they've increased the defensive pressure. Up top, Fotheringham early with a highlight dunk before the break. There's a great three-pointer there from Saxton Young. He has been on fire to start the game, second of buckets for Saxton. Meridian quickly into the front court, penetration dribble, dishes inside again, fumbled around a little bit, gets back out. That is blocked from behind by Fotheringham. Saxton Young hustles for the ball, not able to corral it. It goes out of bounds. That will stay, that will be Knights' possession. They'll inbound it from the sideline. Lone Peak, of course, coached by Izzy Engel. As you see him shouting out instructions to his team. Inbound goes to Young. Young over to Fotheringham. Alley-oop and up and in to Logan Brimhall. What a dish and what a finish from the Lone Peak Knights. Meridian up into the front court, over into the corner, pops for three. Nothing on that one. Meridian able to get the rebound, though. Unfortunately, steps out of bounds there. That will go over to the Lone Peak Knights. As we're recapping this game, that's been the story here for the Meridian Warriors. Obviously down here today from Idaho, participating in today's tournament. As we see Lone Peak drives and finishes there for the layup. Great job again by Camden Broadhead. Over in the corner, pops for three, off the iron, no good. Fotheringham with the board, leads the break, pitches off to the side, and Lone Peak will reset the offense. Penetration dribble, looks inside, kicks back out, up for three, and that is good! Saxton Young is on fire here in the first quarter. Lone Peak up 21-0 over the Meridian Warriors. 3:04 left to play here in the first quarter. Meridian still looking for their first bucket of the game. Not for lack of effort, just haven't been able to hit anything so far. And a turnover on that one's going to lead to a quick fast break here for Lone Peak. Fotheringham to the corner, up for three, off the front of the iron, no good. Fotheringham rebounds, kicks back out. Broadhead, quick penetration. Picks up the dribble, ball deflected. Back inside, out to Broadhead, pops for three. That is off the rim. Good hustle attempt, rebound there for the Knights. But Skylar Andrioli is called for over the back. Meridian will take possession. You can see on that play the example of the two discrepancies between the two teams. Lone Peak, a lengthy, long team. Meridian, smaller, quicker. Want to pressure you, want to get up into you. We haven't seen a whole lot from Meridian's star player, Drake Hope, so far. Have to wonder if maybe they look to get him going at some point. Drake Hope, number 10 for the Warriors. After the foul, Lone Peak will inbound in the backcourt. Back to Fotheringham. Fotheringham with Hope defending him. Sets the offense. You see Fotheringham trying to direct traffic. Finally gets what he's looking for. Kicks into the elbow line extended. Back up top to Fotheringham. Penetration dribble. Kicks to the side. Shot is up and swishes in and out. But rebound Lone Peak goes back up and in with the left hand. Fantastic finish there by the Knights. Great job by Skylar Andrioli. Meridian quickly into the front court and another turnover here for the Meridian Warriors. And realistically, that's been the Achilles heel for them so far in the first quarter. Just uncharacteristic amount of turnovers. credit Lone Peak's length in some regards. Nice job there by Marcus Murray to deflect the ball for the Warriors. Forces a reset for Lone Peak. They'll have 35 seconds on the shot clock. 1:27 left to play here in the first quarter. Quick inbound. Brings it back out up top. Around the horn. Yo-yo dribble. Free throw line extended. Up top to Fotheringham. He pops for three from there. Off the iron. No good. Rebound fought for. And finally picked up by the Meridian Warriors, only to lose the ball. Lone Peak gets it back. Puts it up and in. It's another bucket. Great job there by Cole Caton. 25-0 here in the first quarter. You see the penetration dribble there from Marcus Murray by Meridian with 1 minute left to play. Murray shooting two here at the line. First one up and good. And the Warriors are finally on the board here in the first quarter. Expecting most of you are not watching a ton of Meridian Lone Peak basketball, so a quick reset. A Knights pretty successful season so far. Meridian has Marcus Murray at the line shooting the second of two. And that one no good. Ball goes over to Lone Peak. Basket up and good for the Knights. Shot up, no good from the Meridian Warriors. Now Marcus Murray playing in his first game for the Warriors here, trying to give them a little bit of a spark. As Meridian looks to close it out and trying to get more points on the board here. This is a team that can score quickly and can score fast if they get hot. Back up to Murray at the top. Penetration dribble, kicks out to the side. Swings it back outside, and again, another turnover here from Meridian. That's been the story here in the first quarter. Uncharacteristic turnovers. 29.1 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Shot clock is off. Lone Peak looking to play for the final shot. Dribble it up into the front court, pestered by Murray, kicks over in the corner. Shot is up and good for three. Lone Peak is absolutely on fire here. 30-1 in the first quarter, under 10 to play. Pops from the elbow, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Lone Peak. They'll press and push to try and get a final shot off here, and they will not get it off in time. That's the end of first quarter action from Corner Canyon Arena here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Lone Peak Knights 30, the Meridian Warriors 1. We'll take a break and be right back here on the KSL Sports Rewind Sports Network. Back here for second quarter action from Charger Arena in Draper, Utah. I am Brian Brown. This is the KSL Sports Rewind Network, bringing you high school basketball. The Lone Peak Knights facing off against the Meridian Warriors. An action-packed first quarter where Lone Peak jumped ahead to a 30-1 lead. Again, we see another turnover here for the Meridian Warriors. That's been the story of the first quarter. Uncharacteristic turnovers for the Warriors. See a smaller, more pressure-driven team. Lone Peak's been able to handle that pressure well, and this is Lone Peak being one of the more competitive basketball programs in 6A. Uncharacteristic turnover there. That's exactly what Meridian wants, to try and get more of those pressure turnovers. Warriors traveling to Utah today from Idaho. Bring it up into the front court. Around the horn. Three-point jumper up and no good. Rebound bounced around and handled by Fotheringham, who's had an outstanding first quarter to this game. Up to Broadbent to Young. Young directs traffic, tries to penetrate, and is fouled on the floor. Lone Peak's only loss of the season so far coming to Layton Christian Academy, another one of the premier basketball programs here in state. You see the Knights have come out early with a lot of fire and competition. Quick whistle there. That'll be 2 on that'll be 2 on Camden Fisher, and Fisher will need to be careful. Over to Broadbent to Fotheringham, over into the corner, ball up for 3, no good, off the front of the iron, gets his own miss, tries to penetrate, takes it in. Too many steps on that one, travel, turnover for Lone Peak. Meridian will now get the ball, and 30-1 the score, 7 minutes left to play here. Back up top, Fisher pops for 3 and hits! Big shot, Camden Fisher. Lone Peak presses up court quickly after the make. Top of the key, pops, back iron, rebound up to Fotheringham, back out to Young, Young pops again. That is good! Saxon Young for 3. 33-4. Inside to Hope. Hope dishes up and good with the left hand. Nice job there with the finish. Young for 3 off the front of the iron. Quick up court. Takes it, dribbles inside, off the rim, no good. Back to Lone Peak. Knights to the corner. Inside. Ooh, that's going to be a foul call for sure. And he'll step to the line to shoot 2 after that one. Avoided the dangerous play of potentially falling entirely on top of the player. Excuse me, that'll be an inbound from under on the baseline. And a 5-second call. We're starting to see that defensive pressure pick up here for Meridian. Again, this is a smaller team, quicker team. Just haven't been able to use that to their advantage as well in the first quarter. Starting to see it a little bit more here in the second. Inside, penetration dribble, puts it up and is fouled. Great job there by Baron Ryden to get inside and get to the line. First team foul on the Knights. Ryden at the line shooting 2. This one around the rim and out, no good. 33-6, 5:46 left to play. Ryden at the line shooting the second of 2. The second one up and good. 33-7 now. Warriors inching their way back into this one. Fotheringham dribbles up into the corner. Penetration dribble, gets in deep against the defender, gets the bucket to go, and the foul. Great job there. And number 32, Logan Brimhall. 2, and he'll get one more to try and make the 3-point play. The official gives instructions. One shot here. Shot is up. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Lone Peak, bounces off the back of the rim and now into the hands of the Warriors. Quickly into the front court. Trying to set up the offense. Nice job there penetrating by Camden Fisher. That ball is blocked out of bounds. Meridian will retain possession. Theo Tong to inbounds for the Warriors. Up top. Ryden inside. Ball is stolen. Ryden tries to foul, but it quickly into the front court. Up and off the glass and in. What a superstar layup there by Saxon Young. Meridian quickly into the front court, back up, and Drake Hope with the bucket finally for Meridian. Hope, one of the better players here for Meridian, gets his first 2 points of the game. You see a quick equipment issue here at center court. Looks like there's a wet spot that they're trying to get cleaned up. In the meantime, Coach Engel huddles his guys up, trying to settle them down. The Knights led 30-1 to start the second quarter, now lead 37-9 as Meridian has slowly gotten their way back into this one. Under 5 to play here in the second quarter. One peek into the front court. Fotheringham probes, dishes to inside, up and swatted there. Not able to retain possession. Lone Peak gets the ball, puts it up, and good for the layup. Great job of awareness there by Logan Brimhall for 2 points on the rebound. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it here on the KSL Sports Rewind Sports Network. Back to action here on the KSL Sports Rewind Network. Shot is up and good! Three-pointer, Sammy Kahn. Fotheringham brings it up in the front court, is fouled. 39-12 now here for Lone Peak. 4:06 left to play. Meridian has been chipping away at what was a 29-point lead. Warriors have already played one game today. Actually rode in on the bus this morning as well, so may have a little bit of early fatigue as Fotheringham hits the first of two. Second one up, and good. Ball inbounded to Drake Hope. Dribbles top of the key. Shoots. Rainbow jumper off the back of the rim. Hits the belt. Holding the standard, and that'll go to Lone Peak. Meridian applying the pressure, trying to force any kind of turnover here from Lone Peak. Knights able to break the press. Saxon Young into the front court, shoots, and no good. Rebound, though, down to the Knights. Into the corner, Hughes, penetration, probe, dribble, kicks back up, shoots, and good! Fantastic basket there from Jaden Hughes. Foul is called on Hughes. It's only the second team foul for the Knights. And Sammy Kahn will step to the line. 43-12 the score, 3:21 left. Kahn shoots up, rolls around, and goes down. Kahn, the second of two, steps to the line. Up, and good. Quick substitution, 3:21 left to play. Lone Peak looking to inbound. Gets it in, back to Hughes. Hughes tries to advance it in the front court. Lone Peak able to handle it, and then bit of a bobble as it goes into the corner. Tight defense here from Meridian. The officials call a jump ball. A lot of contact on that one. You can see from our vantage point, the official a little bit shielded from the play. Hence, we get the jump ball possession arrow pointing in favor of Lone Peak. Knights will inbound from the baseline. 24 seconds on the shot clock, 3:10 left on the game clock in the second quarter. Quick inbound up and down. Nice little alley-oop there to Camden Broadhead, 4-2. Hope against Broadhead, penetrates, goes up and blocked there. No call, ball goes out of bounds, stays with Meridian. Drake Hope off the penetration, not able to get the ball up and into the cup. You see some nice team defense there from the Lone Peak Knights. Inbound to Hope. Over into the corner. Free throw line extended, penetration dribble up and shot no good. Rebound to the Warriors. Back up top, pops for three. Around the rim and out, and that ball goes out of bounds. Will be Knights basketball with 2:37 left to play. 45-14 the score. Knights inbounds. Hughes clears out. Looks to penetrate. Brings the ball into the front court. Goes, penetrates to the rim. Up and nice right-hand finish. Jaden Hughes with the bucket. Meridian quickly into the front court, kicks back out to up top for three, and that is off the back of the iron, no good. Warriors try to rebound, Knights control. Quickly into the front court, and just a little too much dancing there as the travel is called. Ball turns over to Meridian, a quick sub for the Warriors with 2:07 left to play here in the second quarter. 47-14 is your score. Another substitution for the Knights. 2 team fouls for the Knights, 5 team fouls for the Warriors. Meridian inbounds, brings it up to the front court. Penetration dribble into the paint, back out to Murray. He tries to penetrate, cut off, continues, fights, goes up with the left hand, it bounces around and out, and foul is called on that one. Marcus Murray will go to the line. Potentially shooting 2 for the Warriors. 1:47 left to play here in the second quarter in what has been a competitive affair, even if the score doesn't necessarily indicate it right now. Meridian with multiple turnovers in the first quarter. Murray off the front of the iron for the first one. He'll have one more. Knights' defensive pressure has been fantastic today. I'm sure that'll make Coach Engel very happy when he watches the first half. Second shot from Murray, up and good. 47-15, Lone Peak leads. Knights inbound quickly up into the front court. Onto the wing, into the corner. Pops from there, up and good! 3-pointer! Skylar Andreoli. Running quickly into the front court, able to penetrate, not able to get the bucket to fall though. Lone Peak off the push. Able to turn the ball, turns the ball over. Meridian, unfortunately, not able to retain possession on that. They will retain possession on that one. Action picking up here as we have under 2 minutes to play. 1:17 left on the clock. 50-15 the score. Down inside of the paint. Spins around and foul is called. Let's wait and see. Want to remind you that Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Tab Bank, sponsor of high school sports here on the Rewind Sports Network. First shot up and good for the Warriors. 50-16. Second shot up and good. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. Knights push into the front court. Able to advance into the corner. Pops from there, up and off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Knights. Top of the key, pops. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Knights, back up and in! Nice little left-hand finish there from Zach Jackson. 52-17 Knights with the lead. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Ball bounces around, controlled by the Knights. Presses into the front court. The ball is stolen away. Meridian with a turnover. Back up into the front court. Pushes, presses the defense. Turns around, spins, blocked, rejected soundly. Meridian retains. The wing extended. Penetrates, kicks, shoots. No good. Knights with the rebound. Under 10 to play. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Knights retain possession. 4.7 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Quickly inbounds. Pressured. Kicks over to the wing. Extended deep three-pointer. No good. And that will end the first half here from Charger Arena. The Lone Peak Knights 52. The Meridian Warriors 17. You have been watching high school basketball on KSL Sports and the Rewind Sports Network. Back here at Charger Arena for second half action on KSL Sports and Rewind Sports Network. Lone Peak facing off against the Meridian Idaho Warriors, 52-17 here to start the third quarter. Lone Peak with the lead. Started off hot, to say the least. Built a 30-1 lead in the first quarter. Meridian slowly got their way back into it. You see a sound rejection out of bounds. Great job there by Saxon Young. Speaking of Saxon Young, he had a fantastic first half, especially from deep. Inbound dish inside, deflected, turnover. Young battles for it, eventually ends up in the hands of Drake Hope for the Warriors. To the front court. Let's see, feisty defense there from the Knights. It's part of what has allowed them to build such a substantial lead. A shot in the corner off the front of the iron, no good. And foul called on the play. Again, we are broadcasting live today from Charger Arena at Corner Canyon High School as part of the Tournament of Champions. Let's see, Meridian already played one game earlier today, came down from Idaho this morning, and so the Warriors really are putting in a Warrior-like effort today, playing their second basketball game already. Knights, in the meantime, built a substantial lead off of turnovers and defensive pressure in the first half. Turnaround jumper up and no good for Camden Broadhead, and Meridian quickly into the front court. Over in the corner, up for three, and round the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Meridian. You can see a little bit more pressure here, a little more energy from Meridian. As Fotheringham brings it into the front court. Dishes inside, ball bobbled and turned over. Meridian off the push, whoa. Bounces off the leg and back into the hands of the Meridian player. Jumper up and no good. Almost out of bounds. Fotheringham able to save it. Lone Peak quickly pushes up court. Young. Oh, what a thunder jam! Camden Broadhead right down the alley. Meridian back in the front court. Pops from three off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled and then fumbled and controlled again by Young. He drives, dribbles, penetrates up and no good. But he's fouled on the jumper. Will shoot two at the line. Not a massive crowd today here in the arena, but that Camden Broadhead slam dunk Would have brought the house down otherwise. Emphatic moment. Young first of two. Up and good. 55-17 here in the third quarter. 4:58 left to play. Young, second one up and good as well. Saxon Young has been fantastic today. While we don't have live stat updates, I can tell you from watching this game, he has been outstanding. Penetration dribble, around the horn, back outside. Shot up and blocked. Oh, bounces around and retained by the Knights. Fantastic effort by Young to stay in bounds and dish to his teammate, and he's rewarded by the ball in the front court. Quickly up and inside. What a move! Camden Broadhead with the spin and the finish. Drake Hope pushes the ball, picks up the dribble, looks, under the wing, pops from three, off the front of the iron, no good, gets his own rebound, back up, off the back of the iron, rebound to the Knights. Oh. Fotheringham controls, pushes into the front court. Back to Fotheringham, pops for three, off the front of the iron, no good. Meridian controls the board. Hope, top of the key, dribbles and gets fouled as he tries to drive inside. Drake Hope, one of the better players for the Warriors, has just not had the kind of game that I think he expected to have today, as Lone Peak has done a fantastic job of denying entry to him, pressuring him, and overall playing excellent team defense. 58-17, 3:18 to play. Hope dribbles, drives, kicks for three, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound Knights, push up the front court. Hughes, oh! Tries to throw it down. Ball off the back of the rim. Ball will go to Meridian. I know I don't give out grades on the broadcast, but that's an A for effort on Jaden Hughes' part. I may not have been able to recover. I would have had to take a breather. Meridian works around the horn, penetrates back outside to Hope. Hope, top of the key, pops from there, deep and good! Drake Hope with the bucket. Quickly into the front court, Hope gets the steal, pushes back on the other end for Meridian, dishes off to the side. Great defense there, Saxon Young into the front court to Fotheringham with the finish. Oh! What a slam from Crew Fotheringham. 60-20, under 2 to play. Hope pops for three, off the back of the iron, rebound to the Knights. Into the front court. You can tell the energy level picking up here substantially. Fotheringham pops from deep, off the front of the iron, rebound to the Meridian Warriors. And he's trapped in the backcourt looking for help, finds it, gets it into the front court, and there's a foul called on the Knights. Only their second team foul. Clock is still ticking. Under 1:30 to play. Meridian inbounds into the backcourt. Pushes up into the front court at the key. Around the screen, dribble to the wing, back to Hope at the top of the key. Looks inside, left-hand dribble, shoots up and off the back of the glass, no good. But gets the steal and up and back in for two. Great job, Riker Hansen, for the Warriors. 60-22, under a minute to play. Intense pressure there. Gets the steal from Meridian. Drives off the wing, up and not able to finish, but a foul is called, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Here with Vincent Francis, the greatest cameraman in the land, as the Davis Darts make a sound behind us as they enter the arena for the game following this one. Stay tuned for Davis and Mountain View. In the meantime, second of 2 shots, up and around and out. Meridian gets the rebound and gets the follow, but does not get it to go. Now he'll go to the line for 2. We have a Lone Peak player down on the floor. There's been a lot of contact in this game. 2 very competitive teams playing extremely hard, and I think that sequence for Meridian has been the scope of the game. A lot of intensity, a lot of effort, just not able to get the ball to go down at all times. And really, it was the fanatical defensive effort of Lone Peak on the defensive end that was able to allow them to build and maintain this lead. We'll take a timeout here on the KSL Sports Network. You are watching high school basketball from Charger Arena. Back here at Charger Arena for high school boys basketball on the KSL Sports Rewind Sports Network. Meridian inbounds with under 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Down 60-22. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound to the Knights, quickly pressed into the front court. Oh, nifty behind the back dribble is stolen. Meridian with possession goes up with the left hand blocked. Knights able to get possession, but struggling to advance it into the front court, and a foul is called there after what was a competitive 20 seconds of action. Probably some of the feistiest we've had all game. And under 10 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 60-22, Lone Peak Knights lead it. And time will expire at the end of the third quarter. That's it for 3 quarters of play here from Charger Arena. The Lone Peak Knights over the Meridian Warriors, 60-22. We'll be back after this for fourth quarter action here on the KSL Sports Rewind Sports Network. Back here for fourth quarter action from Charger Arena on the KSL Sports Rewind Sports Network. Inbounds for the Lone Peak Knights. They are leading 60-22 over the Meridian Warriors. Knights work the offense. The oop over to Fotheringham to Hughes. Not able to get it up and in. Follow no good. And third, fourth, fifth. How many times? How many chances did Lone Peak have there? Just couldn't get it to go down. Meridian flips the floor. Goes the other way. Drake Hope, left-hand dribble, shoots off the front of the rim. No good. Hughes with the rebound. And Fotheringham will bring it up into the front court. Crew Fotheringham, a couple highlight plays today. Saxon Young has been electric from deep for the Knights. Throws it up for the oop, not able to connect with Camden Broadhead, who also had a couple of electric plays. And this Lone Peak team trying to build up for region play and what looks like to be an eventual state championship run. Never want to get too far ahead of yourself when it's December, but the Knights with a very highly competitive effort today. Ball off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Fotheringham. Into the front court go the Knights. Over the wing, Saxon Young from 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Meridian with the board. Throws into traffic. That ball turned over. Knights possession. Saxon Young to the rim, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, Drake Hope. Hope tries to dish to a teammate off the leg of Young. Marcus Murray able to retain possession and push quickly into the front court for Meridian. Nice dish inside. Oh, just not able to finish on that one. It was Camden, excuse me. Fotheringham pops from 3. It's good. Crew Fotheringham from deep. 63-22, Knights lead. Murray into the front court, crossover dribble stolen. Young quickly ahead, Fotheringham, oop to Hughes, oh! Reverse finish, doesn't quite go, rebound up, no good. Fought for, bounced around, and finally controlled after a foul call by Meridian. Fortunately, foul comes before the possession. A reminder that Rewind Sports is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. So Lone Peak Basketball is brought to you by Jace. The right meds the moment you need them. Inbound up and rebound goes down to the Warriors. They advance quickly into the front court, up to the hoop, up and out goes the basketball. Fouled before the end of the play, and Jet Donahue will shoot two. (63-22), 4:10 left to play here in the game. Shot is up, around, and out for the Warriors. Donahue will shoot another. Shoots off the back of the iron, no good. And that'll be something that Meridian will look back on from this one and look to correct. A lot of missed opportunities today from the free throw line. They will retain possession, however. Inbound into the backcourt. Let's see the pressure from Lone Peak. And over in the quarter. Round to the wing. Dribbles, falls down, ball goes out of bounds. Meridian will retain possession, however. Clock continues to tick. Under 4 to play. Into the corner. Back up to the top. Probing dribble. Goes to the left hand, strives, drives, spins, and shoots up. No good, but rebound to Meridian. Back up and off the back of the rim and in for the bucket. You see the Warriors try to apply some pressure. Knight's able to break it pretty well, and unfortunately turn the ball over there on the pass to the corner. And this is what Meridian was hoping to do today. They wanted to get easy makes and pressure off of those. The Knights doing a fantastic job of defending, though, not able to allow them to get into their game plan. Dribbles, penetrates, off the rim, no good, but foul is called, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. It's Jeremiah Rodriguez-Vetrovic. He's just a sophomore from Meridian. Throwing around and good. (63-25) the score, 2:36 left to play in the game. One shot left for Jeremiah. Shot is up and off the front of the rim, able to corral his own rebound, then runs into a bevy of Lone Peak defenders. Murray able to control. Quick yo-yo dribble. Top of the key, penetrates, drives, puts the shot up, and is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot two as well. Lone Peak doing a good job of getting their work done early today. Jumped out to a 30-1 lead in the first quarter and has truly never looked back from there. Murray for shot off the front of the rim. And he'll have one more. Steps to the line. Off the front of the iron again. Rebound to the Knights. Quickly into the front court goes Lone Peak. Off on the wing. Probing dribble, gets inside, back up to the top of the key, penetrates and lays it up and in with the right hand. Fantastic finish there. Number 13, Ty Bergen. Meridian quickly into the front court, turns the ball over. Lone Peak pressing back up the floor, slows it down to set up the offense. Now penetrate dribble with the right hand, throws it up off the glass and good. Nice little mini hook shot there for the bucket. 67-25. Shot up, no good. Foul is called. Rodriguez Vetrovic will go to the line again for 2. First shot. Good. Seeing a little more competitive fight here with teams going deeper into the benches. Second shot up and bounces in for Rodriguez Vetrovic. 67-27, under 2 to play. Quickly up into the front court, into the corner, stolen by Murray. Murray takes it up the court. Euro steps, misses, rebound down to the Lone Peak Knights. Quickly into the front court. Dribbles, drives, kicks, shoots, off the front of the rim, no good. Maintained by the Knights. Quickly inside, backs in, turns, faces off with the right hand, no good. And rebound to the Warriors. Warriors try to push off the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Ball goes to the Knights. So Lone Peak will inbound with under a minute to play here. 67-27 the score. Quickly into the front court, dribbles, kicks to the corner. Shot is up, off the back at the front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Meridian, tries to dribble out of it, and gets up into the front court, pushes the ball, and throws it away out of bounds. That'll go back to the Knights. It's kind of been the story for Meridian. They've fought, contested, just had one too many turnovers today. It looks like Lone Peak will play for the final possession here. Under 10 seconds to play. 67-27 Knights with the lead. And they will dribble out the clock as the Lone Peak Knights come away with a convincing 67-27 win here from the Tournament of Champions at Charger Arena. As always, we want to thank our sponsors here on the KSL Sports and Rewind Sports Network. Our headline sponsor, Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Also want to thank Jace. Jace, the right meds the moment you need them. A proud sponsor of Lone Peak basketball. Use discount code Lone Peak, all one word, at jace.com. That's it for the first part of our doubleheader here from Charger Arena. I am Brian Brown on behalf of my cameraman Vincent Francis. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back for the second part of our doubleheader where Mountain View will take on Davis Darts. You've been watching a high school basketball presentation from KSL Sports and the Rewind Sports Network.